Welp, RIP Mushroom Bridge fans. So recently, Wave 5 for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass has been released, and there's a number of problems with it leading to Wave 6. Yeah, I'm not talking about, Sunset Wilds, ever no sunset. But anyway, this is because the last two cups could be the worst cups we get, if I'm being honest. I'm not even joking. This is due to the tracks moving and being replaced before Wave 6. It's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage!
This is because Nintendo's moved multiple tracks around, like in Wave 3 they moved GCN Waluigi Stadium to Wave 4 and replaced it with Maple Treeway that was supposed to be in the last wave. And as well, a SNES track from Wave 5 has been moved to Wave 6. So you can see the problem here. Now you may be thinking I'm over exaggerating. And you're right, but, big but by the way, Wave 5 to Wave 6 so far looks like just a bit of a downgrade. However, it doesn't mean that Nintendo aren't going to add certain tracks to tour that could fit in here and be better, because as we've seen now, a leaker has found out that there are 2 Double Dash tracks, 2 Nitro tracks, 2 Tour tracks, 1 Wii track and 1 SNES track coming in this wave. Now I think I know what some of them are, and some of them could be random, we don't know. But some of the tracks that have been data mined for this, like the 2 GameCube tracks, one of them I don't think fits really here, and you can't have 2 of the other because of certain ones. So going off the tracks that we've got so far, this is why Wave 6 looks underwhelming to me. So we start both cups off with tour tracks, obviously, that's what they've been doing this whole time. We've already got one in the game, Roma Vonte, which is fine, that can go in. And I think there's a Leaks Madrid one coming, so that could come in, unless there's like another one that comes down the line, like Cairo or Mexico, I don't know. Then the 2 Nitro tracks. This is my main problem. Obviously I love like Nitro track. Come on, bring in new tracks, yeah, it's cool. But these are too similar in my opinion. Well, not these specifically, but similar themes, and then one other one, the recent one, is way too similar to Piranha Plant Slide. These 2 tracks I'm talking about is Piranha Plant Cove, which I wouldn't mind getting in, it's unique-ish, and Piranha Plant Pipeline, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. That's too similar to Piranha Plant Slide for me, like they're literally just way too similar. So it would just be a bit underwhelming if we got both of them, because if you think about it, we would have 3 Piranha Plant tracks. That's more than the Bowser Castles we have in this game, because I think we're going to get another one, which I'll get into in a sec. So just think about that for a moment. Now the 2 Double Dash tracks. There's 3 in tour that aren't in this already, and that is Mushroom Bridge, Dino Jungle, and DK Mountain. Now Mushroom Bridge I think was supposed to come Wave 5, but they moved Moonview Highway to that spot I think. So that could mean Mushroom Bridge could be in the spot where Moonview Highway is supposed to go. However, if that gets in, I'll be a bit disappointed. Even though I love Mushroom Bridge, but it's like another city track, and it's a bit easy for the last 2 cups. So it would be a bit underwhelming. But then you can't put both Dino Jungle and DK Mountain in instead of Mushroom Bridge because they're too similar. So I don't know what's going to happen now. See, here's the other problem. Thanks Nintendo. And then the SNES and Wii track, I'm pretty confident on what they are, but for the SNES one, they could easily just change what it should be. As I think it's going to be the SNES Bowser Castle remake that we got on tour, as that just looks perfect great with the anti-gravity and stuff in certain sections. But they could just do a dick move and just put Vanilla Lake in, because this is coming out like winter time, and by the looks of things we don't have a winter track. However, we have a lot of time until the next wave gets revealed, as it'll probably be in the next direct, or if it's not in that, just a couple weeks after, and it'll just be a trailer like last year. So this could mean that they could add an extra GameCube track to tour, a new Nitro to tour, a new tour one, we don't know. But I'm going to hope that they do this, because here's where I come in. I have a solution if Nintendo does add new tracks, because it could literally solve everything. So I'm basically just predicting Wave 6, even though it's probably not going to come true. But I have a lot of evidence for it, so let's just roll with it. So starting off the Acorn Cup, I'm going to put the Leaks Madrid map from Tour here. However, if another one gets added into Tour that's more interesting, such as Cairo, I'm going to put that here instead. So just keep that in mind. Now, I think the second track is supposed to be a GameCube track. However, I'm going to move the GameCube track to the third track. I'll explain that in a bit. But this track spot, I'm going to put one on the Nitro tracks. However, it's not going to be a Nitro track. Hear me out. So Moonview Highway was in the third spot of this cup and should have been where a Nitro track should have been. So that means that the Nitro track spots here could all not be Nitro tracks and could be retro, or some they decided, do you know what, let's just put some other retro ones, as we don't want to put, like all the Piranha Plant ones in. So that would make sense. So I reckon one more should get in, and that track is a 3DS one, and that is Woohoo. Now this is because it kind of got done dirty, Mario Kart 7. I know DS did a bit, but at least you got Waluigi Pinball. What did we get from Mario Kart 7, 3DS Rainbow Road? I mean, yeah, it's a great track, but like Toad Circuit got in, not Wario Shipyard or these beautiful tracks. Like, come on. So I feel like it should deserve another chance. So for the third track, I've obviously chose a GameCube track. However, I was debating whether to put DK Mountain in or Dino Dino Jungle, but in the end, I've chose Dino Dino Jungle as it's, well, I prefer it more than DK Mountain. However, DK Mountain is good, so I wouldn't mind either of them getting in here. But my next track, which will make sense, will prove why I don't think DK Mountain will get in. So my next track is a Nitro, and it's based on the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze game. Now, this is my loop for not putting Vanilla Lake in and not having DK Mountain in, because it's a DK track, which will link to a character later, I'll explain, and it's a winter track as well if you think about it. So that could mean that Vanilla Lake is out the picture, and as well, SNES Bowser Castle can get in, which I'll get to that in a sec. This also makes sense because you're probably thinking, why would they, do a new track that's not on tour when they can put Piranha Plant Cove or the other one in? Well, I've noticed a pattern with every track that has been in this Booster Course Pass that's new. It came to this first before tour, so they could obviously do it again, as there won't be really a prefix leak or anything like that, leaks in tour, so we wasn't really know about it. Now on to the final cup. First track, another tour track, and I feel it's going to be Rome Avante, which is already in the game, but I feel it could be this because it's a great way to end off city tracks. It looks really good, so maybe it'll be good in this, you never know. Then the second track is going to be the final GameCube track, and I've chose Wario Colosseum. Now, this probably won't happen, but there is time for another GameCube track to get in, and I think Wario Colosseum could be perfect. It's unique for its 2 laps, and it's quite challenging as well for a final cup, so that's why I place it here, as well as Waluigi having a stadium and pinball machine here, so yeah. Then the last 2 I've chose SNES Bowser Castle, because, we haven't had the Bowser Castle in this pass at all, and it's just a great way to end off with this and the final track, Wii Rainbow Road. Now this would make Wave 6 so much better and a great way to end off, in my opinion. If this happens, like all of it, which won't obviously, but if it did, I would say this is the best wave, and no, it's not because I've come up with it myself. Get out of here. But all in all, I'm pretty confident on some of these tracks getting in. Even the Nitro one that I suggested, I feel like that could have a good chance and would make sense, as it will give reasons for other tracks not getting in and tracks to get in. Now quickly, I'm just going to go over some final character predictions. So I think Diddy Kong's going to get out 100%. The last character that should be in the game, he's iconic, it just makes sense, and even if it doesn't fit with the track, it doesn't matter, it's Diddy Kong, he's a cool guy. Now the last character, I don't think matters, because apparently in races now, you can only have one CPU, that is Cat Peach, Tanuki Mario, and the metal versions of them. So this could mean that they're making those characters styles for Mario and Peach. So that could mean we could get an extra 4 characters, which is insane. And that would probably make up for Wave 6 lacking in some of the good tracks, which is probably going to happen. So yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool. If it does, I'm going to put Rob underneath where Diddy Kong should be, and then I'm going to just guess that there's just going to be some tall ones. Maybe Funky Kong and Dixie Kong can get them as well, and 2 other ones. I don't know, like Honey Queen and Hammer Bro. Yeah, why not? Anyway, if you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, and let me know down below your predictions and your thoughts on the whole Wave 5 and 6 situation. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Take care, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.